Last lesson, we saw what happens when the buyer uses the option you sold. You're assigned, you keep your promise, and the sale takes place. But what happens when expiration day arrives, and the option is not worth using? Let's make it simple. Let's stay with the same sneakers and the same promise. You own a pair worth $200. You agree to sell them for $225 anytime before the agreement ends. The buyer pays you $10 for that right. You have already collected the premium. Now the contract is active, and time begins to pass. While the contract is active, the buyer has the right to purchase your sneakers for $225. If the sneakers rise far enough in value, using that right could make sense. But prices do not always move in the buyer's favor. Sometimes expiration gets closer, and the sneakers are still worth less than the agreed selling price. Now, expiration day arrives. The sneakers are worth $200, but the contract only lets the buyer purchase them from you for $225. The buyer would be paying $25 more than the sneakers are currently worth. Using the option would not make sense. In options language, the contract is out of the money. That simply means the market value is below the price written in the contract. The sneakers are worth $200. The contract price is $225. There is no advantage to buying them through the option. Because the option finishes out of the money, it normally expires without being exercised. You are not assigned. No sale takes place. If the sneakers had finished above $225, assignment would normally be expected, but they did not. This contract expires worthless. So, what happens to you, the seller? You keep the sneakers. You also keep the $10 premium the buyer paid at the beginning. The buyer's right ends, your promise ends, and the contract disappears. Nothing was sold, but you were still paid for making the promise. So, what happens when an option expires without being exercised? If it finishes out of the money, the contract expires worthless. The seller is not assigned. The seller keeps the asset, and the premium is still theirs. The promise did not fail. It simply reached the end of its life without being used. Next lesson. If options can be traded before expiration, why would anyone ever wait until expiration? Want to learn more? Check the description below for trusted resources on today's topic.